So, today we're looking at finally some footage of Witcher 4 from the Unreal showcase. And I think the first thing you can see is that they kept the art style of Witcher 3. Yes, the details are super high frequency, but uh, this could be a scene from Witcher 3. The colors, the tones, the environment design, they kept it all. And for the changes right now, as you can see, the foliage is much more dense, the lighting is super realistic, kinda like in quality mode in the next gen Witcher patch, but it's running on 60 FPS rather than running on 30 FPS. The animations are cleaner. I mean, if they release, I think the rather than the environment, the thing which looks much more polished, I think, are the character designs and the animation details and the interaction between various terrains and Roach. Okay, he's actually not called Roach, but as you can see, he feels much more grounded to the world. The animations are, as you can see in this shot, they are. I think they somehow managed to make horse finally. Maybe this is the time we get super realistic horses, and I'm so happy for that. Because we have been getting horrible horses everywhere, whether it be Assassin's Creed, Witcher 3, Red Dead Redemption 2, no horse is ever saved from it. Now they say this footage is running on PlayStation 5. I'm not a tech wizard. I don't know how the dev kits are managing to divert from their path and show us all this. I'm not a tech expert, I'm not going to pretend to be one, but I must say, the nanite technology which they are talking about here, we've heard about nanite before in the Unreal Engine 5.1 from 5. I think for Witcher 3 they have elevated it. I think the best example right now is they're showing this tree here. So they divided this tree into various little bits. They're using voxels. It is the same. Yeah, these are the voxels, which is kind of like the same thing they use in another game called The Tourist, which looks super amazing. And finally, uh, they're finally making a game engine, optimizing the game engine to first prioritize performance. Yes, see, I do believe graphical improvements are necessary. Yes, they are. We need to have that graphical leap. We need to have more polished and quality content. But if it is unable to run properly, then what is the point, right? And look at this. I think they finally fixed the streaming issue. That wasn't actually issue, but current gen games are limited by how much data you can stream. You can see pop up and everything, and this kind of seemed to be elevated a little bit, maybe completely. I don't know, but as far as this demo, it is. Now, as I was saying, the thing which I like, yes, which they focus on more is the interactivity between the objects. I think that is what we lost in the last few years. Yes, the graphical quality was improving, but the interactivity and the animation quality was not increasing in the same rate as the graphical quality. I mean, look at this. Every character is doing their own thing. Every character is interacting with their own environment. There is weightage in movement. For example, you can see how Siri is going through them while pushing them gently. The interactivity, I think that is what is important here. And I'm glad that they finally. Oh, look at this. I love this shot. Uh, they're explaining how each and everything is made to interact with almost basically they made the world much more interactive, much more grounded. Everything realistically reacts to everything, and I love that. It's not just stiff character moments or awkward animations or animations in loop. The technology hasn't changed much from the next gen edition too much. It is still using the ray tracing technology. Yes, the texture quality is a bit higher, but the part where it has advanced the most, at least where I feel, is the character animations, yeah, and the interactivity between everything. I mean, that is what bugs me the most, is that you go into a place and the character doesn't interact properly. Yes, Witcher 3 was ahead of its time. The design, no wonder it sold millions and millions of copies. But finally, look at this. This looks like a pre-rendered cutscene from the Xbox and PlayStation generation. Tell me it does not look pre-rendered. And it's all running on real time, let alone, and that too on PlayStation 5. This is absolutely amazing. And this is not even running on PlayStation 5 Pro. And this is not even running on PlayStation 5 Pro. This is actually running on the base PlayStation 5. That is actually what I want. It's running at least that's what the developers are saying. This is running on 60 FPS on the base PlayStation 5. If it's running on the base PlayStation 5, it's probably going to run on the Series X as well. Yeah. I don't know about Series S, but you know, I'm pretty optimistic. I think they'll make it work. It'll probably run at 30 FPS or something. Or maybe who knows, because they have the same CPU, they might actually run at 60 FPS with lower graphical quality. But this is gonna be, I feel, at least in a technological standpoint and game design, even though I'm not an expert, just as a regular consumer of games and media, it's very interactive. The environment, the graphics are very, and that is what I'm looking for. Yes, I mean, graphics have gotten up to a point where yes, this feels real, this could happen, and that immerses us. But finally we have reached a point where the animation quality and the interaction between all the objects has caught up to the range of the graphical presentation. I think this game, I hopefully uh, will have way reduced pop-in than other games. Will have really good interactivity as they show here. I mean, as they're saying is that they have optimized the game engine for performance the most. They wanted to have proper 60 FPS performance on consoles nonetheless. Can you imagine Witcher 4 if it is actually running on PlayStation 5 and this is the graphical quality we're expecting and it's running on 60 FPS? I'm happy. I'm really happy because for me, PCs, as much amazing as PCs are, I'm not much of PC nerd. I don't know how to build a PC and tinkering with the settings and everything, driver upgrade, this update. I am not that good at it. I'm one of the people who love the simplicity of consoles. And for example, if you take the latest Steam Deck, the reason it's selling that much more, even though it is a PC-like thing, because it's that simple. They have, okay, I'm going off